welcome to the deep dive. Today we're really focusing on the future, specifically what's on the horizon for the workforce, by 2025. And let me tell you, things are going to get really interesting thanks to AI.
Yeah, it's not just science fiction anymore. It's really changing how we work.
Yeah.
And the choices that companies are making now, they're going to have big consequences down the line.
Exactly. And to really get into this, we're diving deep into a report from Visier. They are the leading experts in AI-powered people analytics. Think of them as like the ultimate crystal ball for the future of work. And what's really interesting, they're not just looking at technology, they're looking at how companies need to shift their entire approach to people and culture.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Visier breaks down these changes into 5 clear trends. And the first one, the AI advantage. It really sets the stage. Companies that figure out how to integrate AI effectively, they will have a massive edge. But there's a catch. HR plays a critical role.
Okay, so tell me more about that. How does HR fit into all of this AI revolution?
Well, think about all the data that HR manages. You've got performance reviews, you've got employee engagement surveys, retention rates. It's a goldmine of information, but it's a lot for any human to analyze. And that's where AI steps in. AI can sift through this mountain of data, it spots the patterns that we miss, and it can predict things like employee turnover.
So it's almost like having an extra set of eyes.
Yeah.
But it's way smarter and faster.
Exactly. And this isn't just theory. We're already seeing companies use AI to improve their hiring process, to identify top performers, and even tailor training programs to meet individual needs.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. But what about the companies that ignore all of this? Do they just get left behind?
Eric Bokelberg from Deloitte, he put it pretty bluntly. He said companies that don't jump on this AI train, they risk becoming dinosaurs. They'll be stuck reacting to changes instead of proactively shaping their future. And remember, we're also talking about a growing demand for these AI skills across every industry. So companies that are clinging to the old ways, they may struggle to attract and keep top talent.
Yeah, it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more companies embrace AI, the more essential those skills become.
Exactly. And that brings us to Visier's second trend, building the backbone. This one is all about setting up the right data infrastructure. To support AI, you need that strong foundation before you can build anything worthwhile.
So it's not just about buying the shiniest new AI tools, it's about making sure your data is organized and ready to be analyzed.
Exactly. Mark Smith from Providence Health, he said it perfectly. He said the biggest challenge for HR is future-proofing the organization, which means investing in platforms and systems that can handle the complexities of AI.
Yeah, it's like trying to run the latest software on an old, outdated computer.
Yeah.
It's just not going to work.
You got it. Now, the third trend that Visier highlights is leadership synergy. This is where the people and culture side really comes in. It's about getting all of your leaders, especially at the C-suite level, on the same page about AI. They need that shared vision for how it's going to shape both their technology and talent strategies.
That sounds like a major challenge. Getting leaders to agree on anything can be tough, let alone something as complex as AI.
You're not wrong. It takes strong communication, collaboration, and a willingness to embrace change at the highest levels. Otherwise, you risk creating confusion and resistance. And that can sabotage your entire AI initiative. Like anything else in business, if leadership isn't aligned, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Right.
So we've got the AI advantage, we've got the data backbone, we've got the leadership buy-in. Sounds like a solid plan, but where do the employees actually fit into all of this?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's easy to get so caught up in the technology that we forget about the human side of it all.
Exactly. And that leads us perfectly to Visier's fourth trend, workforce agility. We're facing this interesting paradox. We have this huge demand for AI skills, driving fierce competition for talent, yet companies are also under pressure to boost productivity and do more with less.
So it's like this, talent shortage, colliding head-on with the need for increased efficiency. Talk about a challenge. So how are companies supposed to juggle all of that?
It requires a whole new level of thinking. Organizations need to be creative about how they're attracting, developing, and retaining talent, especially those with in-demand AI skills. It's not just about finding data scientists, it's about upskilling your current workforce and fostering a culture of continuous learning.
Yeah, this workforce agility trend, it really seems to push companies to be more adaptable and responsive to the evolving needs of the market and their employees.
It's a fundamental shift. The old ways of managing talent just won't cut it in this fast-paced AI-driven environment. Now Visier's fifth trend, the human element. brings us full circle. With all this talk about AI, we can't forget that employees are still the heart and soul of any organization.
It's like we've gone on this deep dive into the technical side of AI, and now we're resurfacing with this renewed appreciation for the human factor.
That's it, exactly. AI can automate tasks, it can analyze data, but it can't replicate those uniquely human qualities that are essential for success. Creativity, empathy, critical thinking, collaboration.
I'm glad Visier is emphasizing this. It would be so easy to get caught up in the AI hype and just completely lose sight of the fact that technology should serve us, not the other way around.
I couldn't agree more. Companies need to weave employee needs and development into their AI strategies. This might involve offering training programs, creating flexible work arrangements, or fostering a culture that values employee well-being.
So it seems like the key here is to strike a balance between technology and human talent, letting them work together in harmony.
You nailed it. It's about harnessing the power of AI to enhance human capabilities, not replace them entirely. That's how organizations can unlock their full potential. So, we've explored these 5 key trends shaping the future of work: the AI advantage, building the backbone, leadership synergy, workforce agility, and the human element. It's clear AI is going to play a major role in the workplace of tomorrow. But the question is your company ready?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's one thing to understand the trends, but are we prepared to actually adapt and embrace them?
And it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. Every organization is going to have a different starting point and a different path.
Yeah, that makes sense. But how do they figure out where they stand? Is there any way to kind of measure their readiness for an AI-driven workforce?
Absolutely. The first question to ask is, do they truly understand their own data? Remember, data is the fuel that powers AI. So if your data infrastructure is a mess, your AI ambitions are going to crash and burn.
Right, it's like trying to build a house on a foundation of sand. You need a solid base to support the weight of everything else.
Perfect analogy. Beyond data infrastructure, companies also need to assess their talent pool. Do they have the in-house skills and expertise to develop and implement AI solutions? Or will they need to invest in training and upskilling?
And we talked earlier about the importance of that leadership synergy. So are leaders across different departments, are they ready to collaborate and embrace an AI-driven future?
That's crucial. You need to create a culture that welcomes change, innovation, and experimentation because, let's face it, we're still in the early stages of this AI journey. Nobody has all the answers, so there's going to be a lot of learning and adapting as we go.
So it seems like this readiness assessment, it goes beyond just checking boxes. It's about taking a holistic look at your organization and really evaluating its ability to adapt to this rapidly changing technological landscape.
I couldn't have said it better myself. And it's important to note that this isn't just about big corporations. Small and medium-sized businesses, they can benefit from AI too. And they might even be more agile and adaptable in some ways.
So it's not about the size of the company, it's really about their mindset and willingness to embrace the potential of AI.
Exactly. Regardless of size or industry, the future of work will be shaped by AI. The question is, will companies be drivers of this change? Or will they be passengers?
That's a powerful way to frame it. It's not about whether AI is coming, it's about how we choose to engage with it. Will we shape it, or will it shape us?
That's the challenge. And the opportunity before us, these 5 workforce trends highlight that this isn't just a technological shift. It's about reimagining the very nature of work and the relationship between humans and machines.
Yeah, it's almost like we're entering a new era of human evolution, where our ability to collaborate
and to leverage AI
will determine our success.
That's a really thought-provoking way to look at it, you know? We often fear AI replacing human jobs, but maybe it's more accurate to see it as something that will fundamentally change those jobs.
Yeah, instead of fearing job displacement, maybe we should be focusing on upskilling and adapting to work alongside AI, using its strengths to enhance our own.
That's a much more empowering perspective. It's about seeing AI not as a threat, but as a tool that can help us achieve more, work smarter, and create new possibilities.
It makes you wonder, what jobs will exist in 2025 that we can't even fathom today? What new industries will emerge? What problems will we solve with the help of AI?
That's what makes this so exciting. We're standing on the brink of a new era, and the possibilities are truly limitless.
It's like we're explorers setting off into uncharted territory, with these workforce trends as our compass, and the ultimate destination is still a mystery.
And that's the thrill of it. It's a journey of discovery, innovation, and collaboration. And the companies that are willing to embrace this journey, to adapt and evolve, will be the ones that thrive.
I couldn't agree more. For everyone listening, whether you're a CEO, an HR professional, or just curious about the future of work, the message is clear. Start preparing now. Embrace the AI-driven future. And don't be afraid to chart your own course.
Because the future of work isn't something happening to us, it's something we're creating together. You know, it's true, it really is. It's like anything else in business. If the leadership isn't all on the same page, if they aren't aligned, you're just setting yourself up to fail.
Right.
Okay, so we've got the AI advantage, we've talked about the data backbone, and of course, we need that leadership buy-in. It sounds like we've got a pretty solid plan, but where do the employees fit into this?
That's a really good question. It is easy to get so focused on the tech
Yeah,
that we forget about the people.
exactly. And this brings us perfectly to Visier's fourth trend, workforce agility. We're facing this, I don't know if paradox is the right word, but it's definitely interesting. This huge demand for AI skills, it's driving some really fierce competition for talent. But at the same time, companies are also under all this pressure to boost productivity, do more with less.
So you've got this talent shortage.
Yeah.
Butting heads with. This need to be more efficient. It's a real challenge. So how? How are companies supposed to manage all of that?
It's going to require a whole new way of thinking. Organizations need to be creative about how they're attracting, developing, and retaining talent, especially those folks with in-demand AI skills. It's not just about, going out and finding a data scientist. It's about looking at your current workforce and upskilling them and creating a culture of continuous learning.
This workforce agility trend, it seems like it's really pushing companies to just be more adaptable, be more responsive to what the market needs and what their employees need.
It's a huge shift. I mean, the old ways of managing people just aren't going to work anymore in this fast-paced, AI-driven world. Now, the fifth trend that Visier talks about, the human element. It kind of brings us full circle. We've been talking so much about AI, but we can't forget that it's the employees, the people, that are the heart and soul of any company.
Yeah, it's like we've been on this deep dive into this technical side of AI. But now we're coming back up and we're remembering the human factor.
Exactly. AI can automate a lot of tasks, analyze all this data, but it can't replicate those things that make us human. Those qualities that are so essential for success. Creativity, empathy, critical thinking, collaboration.
I'm really glad that Visier's emphasizing this. It would be so easy to just get swept up in all the hype around AI and forget that the tech should be serving us, not the other way around.
Yeah, right. Companies need to be thinking about the needs of their employees, how they're developing, and how that all plays into their AI strategies. This could be things like training programs, maybe offering more flexible work arrangements, just fostering a culture that values employee well-being.
So it sounds like the key takeaway here is that it's about balance, finding that balance between the technology and our human talent, letting them work together.
You got it. It's about harnessing the power of AI so that it enhances what humans can do. It's not about replacing people entirely. That's how organizations can truly reach their full potential. So we've spent all this time talking about these 5 trends: the AI advantage, building the backbone, leadership synergy, workforce agility, and of course, the human element. AI is going to be huge in the workplaces of tomorrow, but the question is your company ready?
It's interesting, we started talking about AI and the workforce, but it feels like this is something bigger. It's a conversation about the future of humanity.
It's true. AI is a powerful tool, and any tool can be used for good or bad. It comes down to us, how we decide to use this tech.
Right. It's easy to get lost in the excitement or the fear around AI, but it really all goes back to our choices.
I agree. If we want AI to improve things, to help solve problems, then we need to be intentional, responsible,
And maybe a little optimistic.
Yes. Optimism is good. It's easy to focus on what might go wrong, but AI has so much potential. Healthcare, education, sustainability.
Imagine AI helping us personalize education or coming up with clean energy.
The possibilities are huge.
It's like we're at the edge of something brand new, and AI is the key.
Yeah, it is exciting and a little bit daunting.
I know. Well, to everyone listening, whether you're a CEO, an HR leader, or just someone interested in the future, the message is clear. Start preparing now. Embrace what AI can bring. Don't be afraid to explore.
The future of work, it's not happening to us. We're building it together.